to prep for moving out of state. Over the last couple years, especially since 2020, we have all seen a huge influx of companies allowing their employees to work from home. And one thing we notice is they're also allowing their employees to work with the freedom of location, working wherever they'd like. So if you are in California and your employer said, yes, you can move out of state as long as you still continue to log on every day and work from home, you have that opportunity to do so. Now, in the last couple months, we've been seeing a lot of companies rescind that and say, just kidding, you have to come back and work in the office. So we have been seeing a lot of people who moved from California to Arizona now having to sell their homes and move back to California if they wanted to keep their jobs. But let's not focus on that part just yet, because a lot of companies are not doing that. They're actually staying true to their word and saying, yes, you can work from home for the remainder of whatever, how long you want to work at the company. Now, what are the steps to be able to do that as stress-free and as little amount on your shoulders as possible? First things first is, by now, if you're watching this video, you probably already have an idea of which state you want to move to. So now you just have to narrow it down by the city. So you have two options. One, you can come visit the state you'd like to live and kind of tour around each city and see what city is going to be the best option for you. And you can just kind of visit the areas, visit the schools, visit the parks, and the entertainment districts and all of that. And if you're wanting to look at homes while you are there in that city, make sure you have a realtor to help guide you through that process, especially if you're wanting to look at new build homes. That way you are served and protected and guided by someone who is going to be working on your behalf and not someone who is going to be working for the builder. So keep that in mind. So that's your first option. Number two, you can always hire a realtor to just start looking at properties for you. And find a realtor who is native to that area and knows the areas very, very well, who can help guide you in making the best decision for you and your family. Again, similar to number one, just without you coming out here. Going into the second option. Now, once you find the area that you are wanting to live in, that's when you want to get pre-approved. If you're paying all cash, then you want to have proof of funds, and then your realtor can start going out and looking at properties for you, kind of going into that second option, right? Now, once you have that home and you want to put an offer in on it, your realtor will talk with you face-to-face on a video call like Zoom, or give you a call and go over the negotiating options, seeing exactly how we want to put an offer in, and then they will do all of the work for you. Going into the second step is figuring out the inspection period, right? Here in the state of Arizona, you legally have a 10-day inspection period. We can always lower that if you'd like, but I don't really recommend it right now in this market right now. But here's the thing, if you didn't come out and look at properties before, guess what? You have 10 days to come out and view the property here in the state of Arizona for the inspection period to see whether you like the home, to go meet with the inspector, go over everything that is wrong with the property, and so on. Now, here's the thing. If you go into the property and you haven't walked it yet, but you're walking it for the first time during the inspection period, and there's a few things that you just don't love about it, we can always cancel your contract, and you have every right to get that earnest money deposit back. I personally have not seen a lot of clients do that, because what I do is I always tell my buyers exactly what is wrong with the home when I am taking them through the properties. You guys are probably wondering, how do you even look at properties if you're not even in that state? Here's the thing. You want to find a realtor that's going to go out and video those properties for you. What I do for my clients, because I work with all relocators pretty much, is I go in, I videotape the property either on Zoom, or I record a video and upload it to YouTube and send them that link. And I point out every little thing that I personally can see with my own eyes that is wrong with that home. If there is cracked floor tiles, I tell them. If I see a lot of issues on the roof just from standing below, I tell them. If there is something wrong with the ceiling or the walls, if there's scuffs, if it smells weird, I tell my buyers that. That way they have a full understanding of what exactly they're getting into. I'm not gonna go through a property and be like, oh my gosh, this property is so beautiful. You have nice natural light, you have new carpet. No, because that's not giving you a great idea of what you're literally about to walk into when you get the keys to this house if you've never seen it before in person, right? I want you to know every little detail. So I I do that, and the inspector will do that as well. Now, once you go through the inspection period and you've seen the homes and you've fallen through that process, now you want to figure out, do you need a moving company, or are you going to be renting a U-Haul or getting your buddies together and filling up trucks and coming out here? I've seen it done both ways. Now, I've also seen a lot of people struggle moving a lot of their items from state to state. I had a client once, she had a beautiful koi fish pond in her state in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, it gets a little hot, right? In Arizona, it's a little hot as well. And they were moving in when did they move? They moved at the end of the summer in 2020. And she had her koi fish in the back of the truck. Guess what happened to those koi fish? They passed away on the way here. And it was due to the heat. And she wasn't expecting it to be that hot that day. So she had to come out here, and it was so horrible. She loved her koi fish so much. She was crying to me on the phone, and I had to help her just deal with all of that. It was just so heartbreaking. So, moving into a new home, you don't want that stuff to happen. Keep in mind, if you guys need help with a moving company, your realtor in your state should have a great moving company to help guide you through that process. I personally have moving companies that work all over the country and are able to move you to and from whatever state you'd like. So once you have that figured out, we're still under contract, right? That's when we're gonna go through the appraisal process and the title company. If you are out of state, you're still going to have to sign in person all of the closing documents with the title, escrow, or lawyer, whatever state you're in. Here in Arizona, it is a escrow and title company. So what they'll do is they will send a notary to you where you are located and have you guys sign in person. If you are a husband and wife and you have your wife in one state and the husband is a completely different state, then you have that opportunity. The notary will come to the wife, and then another notary will come to the husband. I had a client who just closed in Maricopa not too long ago. The husband was with the military. He was based in Florida, and the wife was in Virginia Beach, and she was trying to sell their property over there, pack everything up, get everything ready to move out here to Arizona. The notary went to her, and then another notary went to the husband later that day. So that is something that you guys can do. So I don't want you guys to stress out that you're not going to be here. What do? Don't worry. We'll have it all taken care of for you and have it as easy and smooth, simple process as your realtor in whatever state you're moving in should as well. Now, here's the fun part, right? This is the waiting game. So the next step is just having everything signed. The seller is going to sign, buyers are going to sign, and then everything is going to get back to the title company. They're going to send all of the signed documents, all the contracts, everything, make sure the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted, and send it to the county recorder's office. Once it is at the county's recorder's office, then we have to wait for the county to record the deed in the new buyer's name. And at that point, we will be waiting for them to say, yes, we are confirmed for recordation and the home is closed. The moment the home is closed, which is usually between 2 and 4 p.m. here in Arizona, then at that point, I will be calling you, or if you are with a new build, the new builder will be calling you and saying, hey, congratulations, you have officially closed on your home. The moment we get that confirmation of recording, guess what? You are able to get your house keys at that point. So that is when your realtor will schedule a time to meet with you at the property or out at a coffee shop or wherever you guys would like to meet to deliver your house keys. Some realtors even bring in a home buyer's gift and things like that, which is super exciting. But this is the moment to celebrate, and that is when you guys are going to be able to get your new keys, your new house keys, and officially move in. Now, one question I get asked a lot is, Kim, are we able to move in our items and our things into the home before we close? Usually that's not the case because we want to make sure it is your home and you are protected, your belongings are protected. So if you move in to the property and bring all of your things into the home before we record and the home is not in your name, the sellers can do whatever they want with that stuff. It's not your home yet. So we always want to make sure legally that we are closed, ready to go. The home is officially yours. At that point, you're able to move your belongings in. Sometimes sellers and certain listing agents will allow us to like park a moving truck out front and wait until we close. Sometimes they allow us to bring things into the garage. I always do not recommend it because they could still be moving out, and sometimes they pick up your stuff and take it with them thinking it's their boxes, and we just don't want to deal with that. So wait until we close. It's just a couple more hours to wait. It's not that big of a deal. Sometimes it's another day or two, but it's fine. Let's just wait, make sure it's precise, and you guys are good. Now, once you guys have officially moved in, don't think that this is the last time you're going to hear from your realtor, because if you have a great realtor, you are going to be hearing from them, following up with you every year, probably for the rest of your life, to make sure you're loving the home, checking in on you and the family, seeing how your fur babies are doing, how they're adjusting well, if you guys need any pool referrals, landscapers, cleaners, so on and so forth. I know moving to Arizona is a completely different, style of living than living in some place like New York or New Jersey or Washington, even places like California, right? We have completely different laws and regulations. We have completely different weather and atmospheres. We have a lot of critters that we have to watch out for. So your realtor, wherever you're moving to, know that you're not going to be just saying, hey, thanks for the keys, bye. You guys will be following up. They will be following up with you for quite some time, which is exciting. So if you guys have any question on this, comment below, let me know. I'd love to answer your questions and make another video on this, which will be really exciting. If you're looking to move here to the state of Arizona, or you're looking to sell your property anywhere in the US, I have great referrals out there for you that I can send you a great realtor to help guide you through that process. And if you're looking to move here, if you're looking to sell here, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I'm here to help serve and support you at the highest possible level. One thing I do not do is rentals. Most property management companies do rentals here in Arizona. So if you're looking for a rental home, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go elsewhere. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.